Hello and welcome. As of February 15th, 2022, Nintendo has announced the closures of the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U eShops, with the effective dates for buying games being May 23rd, 2022 for credit card purchases and August 29th, 2022 to redeem eShop codes for both of these platforms. Now, while Nintendo has every right to close these old stores, I'm sad to see them go. Not because these stores were any good, let's be honest. Here, they were terrible even back in the day. It would have been really nice to have a shopping cart. But I'm sad since these eShops are the only places to buy legal copies of a lot of older games today without going into the used market or piracy. I had hoped that Nintendo would have tried to push for some of these older titles to the Nintendo Switch's eShop. However, with Nintendo's increased push for their subscription service, Nintendo Switch Online, for access to their classic game library, and with many other games being either difficult or impossible to port from 3DS or Wii U, there is a considerable amount of software which will be impossible to obtain or play legally once the eShop goes offline. And while I am upset at this decision, it doesn't mean that I'm just going to make this video and complain along with everyone else. What I will be doing by the time you are seeing this, and what I have done, is create a series of guides going over how to exploit and install a payload to your Wii U to run homebrew backups and how to back up your Wii U games and showing you what you can do with them afterwards, much like what I've already done with the Nintendo 3DS. Unfortunately, the Wii U hacking scene isn't as mature as it is on the 3DS. I tried to approach the Wii U like I did with the 3DS and the VSP in the past, but sadly, I have been met with roadblocks, bugs, and unclear documentation that has made the entire process difficult and incomplete. What I have been able to do with my Wii U guides at this point in time is run homebrew on the Wii U like RetroArch, backing up physical games and almost all of my eShop games, and installing Wii U disc games to my internal storage, and extracting the ROMs from my Virtual Console backups. Unfortunately, that's all I've been able to do up to this point, as reinstalling Wii U eShop backups and update backups from dumpling and extracting Wii Virtual Console titles have been met with failure upon failure from my experience. This doesn't mean that it's impossible to do these things. It just means that I wasn't able to discover how to do this at this point in time. Again, the Wii U homebrew scene isn't as mature as it is on other platforms. And I do hope in the future I can revisit the Wii U when I'm in less of a time crunch, and I should be able to do everything that I could do on a 3DS with the Wii U. But as it is now, it's not good enough for me to use reliably, so the last guide I'm going to make will be showing you how to uninstall the payload that I am using, with the hope that someday that the Nintendo Wii U's homebrew community will have the same feature set as the Nintendo 3DS does with its custom firmware packages. But anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoy these guys over the next few weeks. This is technically the beginning of Series 7, but I won't be making my normal reviews until I'm back later this year. I hope you all have yourself a good day, and as always, take care.